Welcome guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is November the 4th. It is 4th of November, yeah it is. Welcome back to the daily news show. Some good news, I would say. Some interesting news. And some weird news, I would say. Like always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the description, like if you don't agree with what we say. Tell us what we are saying that's not right. But let's get into it. And the main basically news of the day is Vlahovic. And I think we spoke on the channel about Vlahovic for about 100 times now. Even yesterday during the live, we spoke about Vlahovic. Like, he comes up basically every video we make. So the situation with Vlahovic is he was trying to leave in the summer. I think Atletico offered close to 80 million euros or something like that. Fiorentina said no. And from that point on, it just grumbled between Fiorentina and Vlahovic. Like, he said, I'm not signing a new deal. They're not even talking. Like, they're not even open to discuss the possibility of signing a new deal. His contract ends in the summer of 23. So it's not a great situation for Fiorentina, especially when you consider they basically said no to 80 mil in the summer, and now his contract is running down. And yeah, people know that. Like, it's Rocco Commisso. That guy is a lunatic. Like, the way he handles things in the media is just insane. Like, it doesn't make sense. But he created the situation, and that's the situation we're in now. Again, like, I think I would say 70% of the fans would like Vlahovic in the summer, especially over Morata. We talked about the possibility of getting him, like the price, will he come, the competition. Like, the reports from Serbia are that he wants to stay in Italy. Like, he doesn't want to move to a different league, especially at this age. And these reports are also coming out from Italy, to be honest. Like, he prefers staying in Italy, especially like considering the age he has, the moment he's in, like development wise. He doesn't want to change basically scenery, moving to another country, adapt. That's something he doesn't like. But the news today coming out is from Romeo Gresti, so you can take it to the bank basically. He said, people close to Fiorentina have told me that the price has already been set for Vlahovic. It's 80 million euros. They want to sell him in January. Fiorentina has no intention at the moment to talk with Juve. They want to sell him this winter because they're hoping an English team comes in and pays that money. Because in the summer, I think we have a solid chance. Like, again, if it's up to Vlahovic at this point. Like, Fiorentina doesn't want to talk to Juve. That's childish. Like, but it is what it is. They see us as a big rival. That's quite sad because they're nowhere near us. Like they won nothing in their street. I think they won one Scudetto. Like, it's embarrassing. They think they're our rivals. It's built up by the fans. I know they're trying to flex now, like the board for the fans. They did that with Chiesa, they did it with Bernardeschi, no matter who the owner is. But at the end of the day, Fiorentina is not a big club, and players are leaving that club. Again, they can say we're not talking with Juve, fine. But if Vlahovic says, I'm only moving to Juve, so you're gonna talk with Juve, or I'm going to leave on a free next season, it's up to you. So basically, Vlahovic is holding the cards right here. Like, if Vlahovic says, I'm moving, what he wants to do, basically, but I want to go to Juve, then Fiorentina has no choice than to talk with Juve. But at the moment, they are being childish, and they are not talking with Juve. Also, the reports are that there already is an agreement in place with Vlahovic. Like, the contract is no problem between Juve and Vlahovic. It's basically done between the two. So basically, how the situation now is, it's Vlahovic. He holds basically all the cards in his hands. Like, he can make this happen and force Fiorentina to talk with Juve, or just let him go next season on free. So it's up to Vlahovic, because they're not going to bench Vlahovic. Like, they need the money, Fiorentina. So they will sell in the coming 6 months. Now, will a team in January pay 80 mil for Vlahovic? I don't see that happening. I know the rumors are Tottenham want him to replace Harry Kane, but how sure will Tottenham be in January that Harry Kane will move in the summer and that someone will pay that 100 mil? Because don't forget, Vlahovic, Haaland is an option in the summer. So City, are they going to look to Harry Kane, or are they going for a cheaper option, Haaland, younger option, Bayer, Lewandowski? Like, it's a very strange situation. Like, I don't see anyone, like, I can be completely wrong and I will hold my hands up if that happens, but I don't see any team paying 80 mil in January for Vlahovic. Not just because of his contract situation, but because it doesn't happen in January. Like, you need basically these types of transfers with this kind of money. Clubs wait until the summer and see what will happen with basically other strikers and create a domino effect. Like, you never know. But Fiorentina is just being desperate now and hoping to basically ship him out in January and to create basically a bidding war between European clubs just to avoid the player joining Juve, which is, again, very embarrassing because they're not a rival of us. People say, oh, they're competing with us this season. Fair, but historically they're not. Like, that's just what their fans created for some reason, but they're not a rival. They're not even close. Like, Provercelli has more trophies than Fiorentina, and they're playing Serie C football. So it is what it is. It's Comiso. I said it before. He's owner of Fiorentina, but he thinks he owns United or something like that. Like, I don't know what's up with him. I don't know. He's trying to be, how you want to say that, like the guy before his fans now, saying, oh, we're not talking with Juve, it's not happening, and blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, he did the same for Chiesa, and Chiesa said, I want to go to Juve. Like, it is what it is. I'm not signing a new deal. I want to go to Juve. You can try sell me to Milan, Liverpool, like, you can try that, but I want to join Juve. Same for Locatelli. Sassuolo had an agreement with Arsenal. Locatelli said, great, but I don't want to join Arsenal. I want to join Juve. So find an agreement, and that's what happened. So it's up to Vlahovic. Like, he can say, great, you're not talking with Juve now, but I'm joining Juve. Like, I'm not moving unless it's for Juve. So sort it out. That's a situation that can be created by Vlahovic at the moment. Again, we don't know what's going to happen. Like, Vlahovic can say, let's say City comes in with an offer and he say, I'm taking it. Bayern comes in with an offer, he can say, I'm taking it. Like, I don't know. But Vlahovic basically is holding all the cards in his hands at the moment. So let's see how that will pan out. Because, again, I think we need him. I don't think Morata is that top striker to basically bring us to another level. And spending 35 mil and 55 in total on Morata will be crazy, in my opinion. So let's see how it will turn out. But again, because people were hoping we will get him in January, that's no option at all. Like, if Vlahovic forces Fiorentina to sell him to us, it will be in the summer and not even in January. So let's see. It's definitely a thing to keep an eye out because we are interested. Like, that's clear also from Romeo's report. We are very interesting. Like, he's a top target. So let's see what will happen in January. Then we move on. Also, in today's live, Julian and Justin, they will go over it even in more depth. And you can ask all the questions and you can give all your opinions. They will basically respond to it. If not, leave a comment. We also read every single comment. So if you want to leave a comment, that's great. Then we move on to Dybala. Finally, I think we have been in talks for 2 seasons now with Dybala. But Romeo saying among the last details to be defined between Juve and Dybala for the renewal was the end of the new deal, basically the duration of the deal. The agreement has found until June 26. His agent is expected to be in Torino after the international break. I mean, finally, we can put this behind us. Like, it was becoming a bit annoying, the contract talks. He is a free agent at the end of the season, but he's staying until 26. People might say that's too long, maybe, considering his age, but you can see on the pitch, we need him. people say, oh, he's inconsistent, his injury. I agree with his injuries. That's something that worries me the last 2 seasons. So that's the only basically worry I have with him. But just on the pitch, there's no debate. Like, we need him. Like, he is quality. So that's good news. So we can finally put that basically behind us. Hopefully, I think that affected Dybala. Also, his performances on the pitch, like the contract talks, the reports that he was asking for 50 mil and crazy stuff like that. I think that affected him to a certain extent. I think he plays more freely. You can see that, like, because he knows it's a done deal. So that's good news for him and for us, especially because we're gonna need him moving forward. Like, we saw that against Zenit. Like, he's so important for us. That this is good news, in my opinion. It's good news. Also because you cannot let Dybala leave on free. Like, that would be insane. You also need to replace him. Like, that's too much. And a player of that caliber, you're gonna pay 60 to 70 mil. That's the market now. So letting him go on a free would be insane. Again, that's why people will say 26 is maybe too long. But, you know, let's see. So yeah, not going on about it too much because we've talked about it so many times. So let's just move on to a bit sadder news. It's Iataren. I see many people speak about it. Again, we don't know the full extent of the story. Like, he lost his father, I think 2 years ago, and he struggled with it. Like, that's well known. At PSV, he really struggled. The reports are that he's still struggling with it. Again, that's normal. Like, who are we to say he cannot struggle with it? Like, he shouldn't struggle with it. Like, it is what it is. But Sampdoria also has every right to basically ask more. Like, yeah, they have a player on loan, but he's not there. So Fiorentina has every right to basically call Juve and ask what is happening. So the report from Libero is Sampdoria expects Juve to take a stand on Iataren. Juve can only demand explanations from Raiola and think about the termination of the contract. Maybe Juve will do their best to reimburse Samp by offering a U23 player. I saw reports saying they might offer Mattias Soule, who just got called up for the national team. Again, happy for him. That's crazy. That's very good news for him, for us. But please don't loan him out to Sampdoria. Like, if you loan him out to Sampdoria, just bring him with the first team for these 6 months. It's not good for him. Just, you're gonna drop him from U23 football without preseason in Serie A football at Sampdoria. That, to me, sounds as a recipe for a disaster. I think it's better, if you want to promote him, just keep him with the first team. Let him train, let him play some minutes. I think that's better than dropping him out of nowhere at Sampdoria mid-season. Maybe if this was preseason and he gets preseason with some, maybe yes. But again, at the moment, no. Then I prefer to keep him with the first team and play him some minutes if that's possible. I know people say the situation we are in, we need to make up so much ground. That's not possible to play Soule now. Fair, but like, it doesn't sound right to me to loan him out to Sampdoria mid-season. Like, it doesn't feel right to me. I don't have a good feeling about it. So I wouldn't do it. But Sampdoria has every right to basically be angry at the moment, and Juve need to sort out the situation. Because this is not, like, again, we don't know how Iataren feels, but just football-wise, it's not right for Sampdoria. Also for us, because we're paying a player, and basically the reports are we have no idea what's happening. That on its own sounds very strange to me. Like, how can we not know what is happening? But again, we don't know. We don't have the full information, but it's a weird story. So yeah. Then let's move on to some funny news. So training camp, the report is from from Gazzetta dello Sport. So basically the report is saying, in training camp, Danilo and Dybala, with the usual Chiellini and Bonucci, worked on the mental aspect of the youngsters to motivate them to do better. Dybala in particular talked about his experience, underlining the importance of family. I don't know where these reports are coming from. Like, do players leak this stuff? Like, it's very strange. But again, that can be true. Like the mentioned names, I can believe those players stepped up. Because Danilo showed that he's a leader. Obviously, Chiellini, Bonucci, and Dybala is basically the future captain of this team, so he should be that type of guy. Again, we can discuss if he is that guy, if he can be that guy. That's basically a discussion for another day. But yeah, if they stepped up, great. Like, family is important. Yeah, probably. Besides, but like, that's not like, it's not the problem on the pitch. Like, let's be real. It's not like, if that's a problem, then 80% of the team is not spending time with his family, and that's why we're playing like crap. So I think it's just playing style, the mental aspect on the pitch, switching on and switching off, that needs to be worked on. Like we have seen in the last minutes against it, we can switch off any moment during the game, and that's not acceptable. That's something that will cost you points. What happened against Soule, against Verona, the first 50 minutes were just shocking. Against Udinese, the last 50 minutes were shocking. So I don't know if how much that has to do with spending time with your family. I think that's just the coach. It's on the coach. Like, he needs to improve that. So let's see. Allegri should be the master of it. At the moment, it's not showing. So let's see how that will pan out over the last few days, especially with the Fiorentina game before the international break. Will they basically keep the same trajectory as the Zenit game, or will they take a dip again, as we have seen against Sassuolo and Verona? But that's for Saturday. And then the final bit of news is very good news in my opinion, is we're not longer interested in Dembele from Barcelona. So you were not longer looking into bringing Dembele, as he's looking to extend his contract. Barcelona, great for him, very happy for him, thank God. I think he is more injury prone than Aaron Ramsey. I don't know, people can look it up, let me know in the comments, but he is so injury prone. Again, if he's fit and if he plays, like, his talent is, there's no doubt about his talent, he's very good, but he's never fit, like, never. He plays and then he picks up an injury, big ones, small ones, like, it didn't make sense. But the reports were so pushy about it, that we will go for him because he's a free agent. Last summer, like, it was basically nailed on, we were getting him. Maybe it was because Paratici was with us, but we're now no longer looking for him, and that's fantastic news. Like, he is not a player we should be looking at, not even on a free transfer. Don't make that mistake anymore. So that's it for today, guys. As always, thanks for listening. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Like, do you think Fiorentina will basically turn their minds and start talking with us? Let us know in the comments, and we will see you in the next video. See ya.